Hi everyone, and welcome to, I guess, the Women's Day stream. I didn't actually plan for this much. I'm just playing the game I basically played before, but I think it's somewhat fitting actually for Women's Day because it is a game that's very much about women. So, and of course we can't do this yet. Yeah, enable AI Q&A. Hi Morg, how's it going? Uh, introduce yourself. Okay, introduce yourself. It's going Okay. Can't introduce myself like this. And I can, I think, I can do this over and over, looks like. I wonder if there's a limit to how often you can do this, but I guess we'll just go with yes for now. One more thing, sure. You're very happy and everything that you found me. We're just gonna rush through this because there's a specific ending we want to get to. And we did already see all of this at the previous playthrough. Um, what I wanted to say. I should upload the VODs of the old playthroughs somewhere. I think it was block 6 where we can find the playwright. Okay, mute. We can find something about her. But this doesn't bring us more stuff. Maybe 4 actually. I guess. We want to find some stuff on the playwright because I think that will open up stuff to us. Is there anything here? No, not really. Okay. But yeah, we're just rushing through this for now. And she doesn't have anything to say about this now. We're wanna get to the good ending, so but because I forgot about something, we will have to get to like the bad well, not the bad ending, but a specific ending with her. We need to get to this because we need some information out of her. Just going over all of this. She seems happy enough about that. Yeah. Okay, sure. Okay, not really that helpful. But I guess it was all in the last block. Hey Fabimus, how's it going? Oder wie geht's? Marital admonitions. Ah, this is the interesting stuff. This will get us there. Yeah, I want to know about the pale white. That means probably a new block opens up. Yes, number 5. Okay. Okay. Finding out more about her will lead us to getting a password right. Insufferable child. Prisoner. Okay, she leaves one message off for now. And we are trying to persuade her to tell us more. this doesn't seem to help us much. Okay, you have something to say. Right. I guess I don't care. That's surprising. I figured you would. Then never mind. I mean, I didn't have an answer anyway. But if you don't care, well, sorry. Yeah, she has no idea what happened either. Nobody does, really. As actually, I think the sort of prequel for this. Maybe you find out more about this. Thanks for paying attention to me. And we can't skip through this? We haven't heard this before? It's like I was saying earlier. I just haven't had anyone to talk to in so long. Also, hi, Ayatu Kagul. Or however you suppose, how you pronounce that. Ayatu Kagul. The last time there was anyone around on the ship was the year 322. By my count, it's now 944. I mean, do you have any idea how long that is? Okay, she was here for like 600 years. 622 years. Hi Morphe, cool respect to you. Okay, I wasn't really so bad at first. It was nice to not have to worry about anyone telling me what to do. I could just occupy myself, go through the old logs, but, well, I read quickly. After the first few years, it really started to sink in. Loneliness. Yeah, like 600 years of reading, and then, even if you had enough stuff to read for 600 years, and I doubt it was that much really, but at some points you could just get lonely, and then eventually you sort of get used to it. It feels awful. You never like it, but you get used to it in ways that sort of scare you. There was a whole 100 years that went by where I hadn't a single thought. Not a one. I just sat there, idle. I didn't even notice. I had been feeling particularly, what's the word? Sleepy, I want to say, but that's not right. I guess maybe that doesn't translate. Anyway, the point is, I was in a lazy mood, and I decided to call my clock routine. And it turned out it had been 3 milliseconds since last time I'd called it. Scary. Jeez, I'm rambling. Sorry, as you can understand, my perception of time is all off. Sorry, I'll shut up. Also, we still can't skip any of this. I would have thought we already heard all this. I could also maybe look through the WhatsApp if we heard this. Maybe if the game is having a moment. But my point is, I'm really happy to have someone out there. But I guess this was a fun read anyway. Okay. Woman's quarters. Okay, you have something else to say. That probably heard before. Yeah, sure, interrupt me. Okay, she has some questions for us, and we have no idea to answer this. But I think we are like a private investigator. So we aren't from the United Korean Space Group Agency, so we will be truthful for now. Oh, I had assumed you were. Strictly speaking, only someone from the UK SPA would be authorized to access these systems, so it wouldn't really be able to help you if you weren't. So obviously, I must have just made some mistake, right? You actually are? Nah, I'm not. Jeez, I just gave you. Come on! Why do you have to be so difficult? Fine, here I am, breaking the rules, just for you. Are you happy now? Jeez. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, she must have asked more questions. But you know all about it, right? I mean, even. Okay, maybe what? Oh, she wants us to ask questions of Korea, I think. Sure, I know everything. Ah, wonderful. Okay. Are there colonies or is it just Earth? Actually, have we answered this before? Okay, this was the one we answered before. Yeah, actually, yes. Oh my word, that's amazing. CC, that sounds like I can't even imagine that. I think she was like asking us about how to live on a planet, and she doesn't know anybody. What else was there? Have you ever been to a city before, or at least heard of it? It was Pyongyang. Sure, we have seen it. So it does exist in. Is it really as beautiful as I said? Truly? Is Pyongyang beautiful? I say yes. Wow, amazing. Just amazing. I'd love to see that. You know what it is? Just sounds so perfectly romantic. I'm not really, well, you've seen what the logs all talk about. I'm not used to things being romantic. It sounds nice. That's really my question, I guess. Is Earth worth being romantic about? Uh, hmm, I don't care. Okay. I think there were some questions we have asked before in the exact same way. Okay. Sure, go ahead. It's tragic, yes. But we already said this before, I'm pretty sure. I'm also think we said she's being overly dramatic at some point. Okay, this is like the important one. Okay, yes. I wanted to know more about you. Really? You really mean it? Yes. We try to be nice to her in this playthrough. This is a happy playthrough. Fragst du mich oder Morphy, Fabimus? Mir geht's ganz gut. I'm fine. Is the answer to a question? Wow, I don't know what to say. I'm not really used to this. Apparently not, because we haven't skipped this last time. I thank you. Thank you so much for listening to me. After so many years, after what happened, it's just really nice to be heard. Yeah, I know what he means by that. If I could hug you right now, I would. We haven't seen this at all. We have always been mean to her, it seems. This seems kind of bad, but it's fine. Okay, I guess we get the admin password. Is you a also writing a password like this is like okay. Recover mute, we talk to her a little bit. Then we go back to uni and we finish her pass and we find the important log file we want to find. Also, thanks for following Ayatu Kagul. Welcome to the stream and everything, and I hope you will like it. I did welcome you to the stream earlier, you know. Can't welcome you enough. Yeah, I know, I need to pick one. And I want to pick mute. I want to talk to her just enough so that we get some basic information out of her. Also this time we are gonna be a woman because it's Women's Day. That's the first thing she asked us. Amen, really? Wait, hang on. She's so disappointed that we say we are women. Man. Not very Women's Day of you. You're a woman who can understand computers? Can we or can't we? We can actually go with no, and the next time we go with yes. And now we're going to be kind of mean to her anyway. Smart ass. Yeah, I guess I am. I said I'm not good with computers, but I managed to log in here. So I guess I'm not that dumb to her, in her mind. Alright, that's fair enough, so dumb question on my part. Obviously you managed to fix me. Credit where it's due. I mean, the playboy could understand computers too, and he was a psychopath. But I'm not trying to be unfair here. Yeah, try not to be. I'm sure you're really smart for a woman. Sorry, it's just a knee-jerk reaction. Don't think anything of it, okay? So where are you from? Earth? Or are you from the colonies? Wait, there are colonies. I mean, I've always got the impression that this ship was supposed to be founding one. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, from a colony. Do you have a husband? Do we? Let's go with yes, next time we go with no. And he's okay with you being off in deep space, connecting to computers or strange ships, huh? He sounds like a nice guy. Related to that, I don't really know much about spaceships or anything, but I can get a visual on yours. It looks really, really small. Is this just you alone, all alone out there? No, next time we go with yes. If I don't forget it. Right, of course not. Why did I even ask that? Of course a woman wouldn't be off all alone. What a silly question. You're with your husband, obviously. Well, send him my regards then. Well, I think that's okay. All the questions he had. We can speak more with her, but probably all stuff we heard, unless he gives us an option. No. Actually, that wasn't. Oh, actually, it was. I'm gonna ask you about the pale bride. What do you think? She's insane. Actually, this plays through, we say it. She's insane. I know, right? Completely monstrous. She didn't actually. But we have both seen both of those options before, I'm pretty sure. Actually, did you unlock? Yeah, moods questions. Okay. This is where we talk to Yone again. We disable mute. Enable AI Yone. And we talk to her a little bit about stuff. May I ask you to do me a favor, please? Okay, guess we haven't seen that one. There's a bucket of data that I can't access for some reason. I think it's been flagged so that only humans can. All I get is a sharp pain every time I try. I really want to know what's in there. Can I get you to drop to console and take a look? Once you're in super user mode, just type decrypt block 3. Okay. Decrypt. Actually, are there any other blocks that we could decrypt? Decrypt block 1, I think. Actually help with decrypt. Do we actually, we don't have encrypt as an option, but why would you use that here? including her eyes. Actually decrypt. Yeah. Oh, we decrypted. Decrypt mute. Yeah. I think it was block 5. Actually, no. She said something about block 3, didn't she? What was that about then? Oh, hello again. So, were you able to decrypt that block? Let me take a look then. Oh wow. No wonder that was encrypted and blocked off from my AI access. I wouldn't have wanted that nosy security AI to read some of those. Oh my, this is dramatic. I'm not sure if you're interested, but I've given you a couple of entries from there to see for yourself. But if you don't care, that's perfectly fine. I'm sure I can find something else that you're interested in. I think we probably skipped this the first time because we are kind of in a hurry with stuff. Do you have anything new to say? Not really. So, block 3. Which one was this? Walked home. Also, Jin. These past few months have left me so very anxious with anticipation. Nearly a year has passed since the wedding ceremony, and before this week, Sangmin had only visited my family once, promising he would bring me home with him for sure the next time. I know I'm supposed to be enjoying life with my parents while it lasts, but all I can think about is my husband. How is a new bride expected to have such patience? For nearly a year, a day hasn't gone by where I haven't thought of how beautiful he thought me in my wedding dress, or how it felt spending that night held so gently in his strong hands. Looking forward to the day where I could live in his house, I can't help but feel anxious in my heart, as I am excited in my hips. That's an expression. I know, it is ungraceful to think of such things, but how can I help myself? In any event, he arrived yesterday to take me with him to his ancestor shrine, and then finally he is home. Such luxury I've never seen in my life. A servant to prepare meals, entirely separate women's quarters, and a dining room with a window that shows the stars. My family was hardly all that poor, but a window to the stars? Oof. Like imagine that, that's what you look forward to. We can look at the stars from your home. And most people can't, it seems. How amazing a sight. I knew I was lucky to have been married into a noble family, but I never realized just how lucky. I wonder if I have time to write as much as I used to. Oh, but I must stop for tonight now. I can hear my husband coming. I've been looking forward to this night for so long now. Oh, I hope I can make him happy. Just hearing his footsteps outside the door makes my heart pound. Okay. Say, I just had a thought. It's a little bit silly to keep up this whole pretense with a schoolgirl barbarian book. Don't you think? A little. We can need new outfits for her. Yes, I want. Yeah. Well, I was just thinking. You know, I've always been into cosplay. I've actually designed a bunch of other outfits too. Now that I'm saying this, I guess it's a little bit awkward, but would you like to see? Yeah, sure, show off. Ah, very well then, and I haven't seen this yet. You can use the change outfit command to dress me up if you want. Geez, I'm sorry, I'm making this really awkward. It's just that I have a couple that I think are really cute and you might want to see them. Nice. Please, don't read into it anything. It's not like I'm just trying to please you or anything. I just think it might be fun, that's all. Also, I was too slow there, what did you say? Too slow. Whatever. Anyway, you don't have to if you don't want to. But it's change outfit if you really are interested. Sorry, it really is a weird thing to ask now that I think about it. Jeez, what am I saying? I just thought maybe you might be interested in that? Okay. Just find this now. So your interest in Smith then? Oh, very well. This is pretty much all new to me too, actually. I know we've already read one other log by her. It looked like she actually wrote a lot. I had no idea. So, just out of curiosity, what do you make of her as a new bride? It is a bit silly here at points, but she's also kind of sweet. A bit silly for now. Oh, well, obviously, you've never been a new bride. I don't think it's really weird to be excitedly nervous, is it? I think it's cute. It's sadly doesn't really seem to last. It looks like a marriage was, well, oh geez, it's not quite as bad as mine was. But I really don't envy her. Poor woman. Well, if you're interested in learning more, I'll just put together a family tree of the Smith family, which should help you keep track of them all. I'm less certain about this one, since, you know, not my family and all. Okay. Do we have anything new to say here? Here, I cut right to the, I was going to say interesting part, but that's kind of awful, isn't it? I mean, given we're talking about a real person's life here, geez, this is a bit uncomfortable. Well, what I mean is, she got very jaded really quickly. Your family situation sounds like a really awkward arrangement. I'll show you what I mean. Let me know if you're still not sympathetic to her after reading these. Okay. I mean, I said she was silly, not that I didn't like her. But let's go change outfits a bit. And then we can go more to story. Okay, school without Handbook, Maid, Detective, Scientist. Let's go over them one by one. In the pale white handbook. Okay, this is how she looked basically in life. Oh, she doesn't like it. I think she likes the scientists more and probably also some other stuff. The scientist definitely made, probably, because it's kind of silly. So that's the way things are, I suppose. I didn't want to make you unhappy, I just wanted to go to all the outfits. You're disappointed in me? Is that it? Now that you know I'm a real girl, you expect me to dress like one? It's only appropriate. No, that's not it. Oh, that's a relief. Where did you even find this? I didn't make this design. Huh? That's interesting. I guess it wasn't a computer ready because that's about a war when I was still alive. I never liked it. Not one bit, not a bit. I always wanted to wear fun things, but instead I had to wear this all the time. And also I missed again what she wrote there. Uh, Too slow again, but whatever. I guess it's on video, I can always look at this later. Like half an hour in, a bit over. I still don't like it. But I suppose something formal would be more appropriate because of all the serious stuff and all. Well, go ahead. Let's get back to work now. Let's give her an outfit that she likes more. Change outfit. Also, can I do this on mute? I guess I can find this out soon. Let's test it. Okay, this is really cute. Welcome back, Master! What may I do for you? You should go the whole way, like, do you want something to eat? Do you want a hot bath? Or do you want me? I don't know. She should have done that. So you did decide to, after all. I'm really excited. Well, tell me, what do you think? It's adorable. It's adorable, come on. Ah, really? Thank you. I'm happy to hear you like it. I mean, geez, what am I even saying? What did he say? Okay, she already knew it's good looking. I just think it's fun dressing up like this. And I'm happy you agree with me. I've dressed up for others before, but never anyone I really liked. It's a really different feeling. It's how do I put this? Okay, she likes me. She just admitted she likes me. Yes. Damn, I'm good. I think something to drink. Okay, how do I put this? Well, even if you think I look cute, I'm sure you think this is at least a little bit embarrassing, right? No, not at all, no. Oh, well, I think it is. That's the fun of it, isn't it? Putting myself in that sort of position by choice. Because you really, no, I still don't know how to say it. Jeez, I'm just going to stop now before I make an even bigger mess for myself. What would be, that would be ironic for a mate, wouldn't it? Yeah, making a mess. Well, shall we get back to more serious stuff? I'd be happy to help you with whatever you'd like. Dangerous words, really, really dangerous. Okay. Let's go to all the outfits and then pick one we want to stay in. No, I didn't want to quit already. Sometimes I need to think. Sometimes I don't. I need to, but I don't. This one is also cute. Oh yes. I knew the day was trouble the moment they connected to my ship. Couldn't say a word. Left all the questions to me. Or something like that. But really, now we both match, don't we? I mean, obviously, you're some sort of investigator, so I think this goes especially well. Right? I mean, what do you think? You make a cute sidekick, yes. Sidekick, yes. Oh, well, thank you. Actually, this one is based on a movie I saw as a child. I guess the name doesn't really matter, the discount is hundreds of years old and all. Anyway, it was my favorite. I kind of want to really live in a world where 100-year-old movies and then watch those. I should watch more old movies in general. I don't really like, I don't really normally like mysteries, but the love story in it was just so wonderful. Well, dad ended at a really cute guy for a hero. Anyway, he dressed like this and he looked really great. Sidekick, huh? I liked it a lot. So, about the whole look, you really don't mind when a girl dresses or acts more like a guy, then? It's a bit perverse. It's perverse and it's good. That's not an option. I don't mind. Well, I think it's a really good look, so I'm glad. I don't mind either. You know, the part that's really sort of funny, I actually have no idea how an outfit like this is supposed to feel. Not like emotionally, I mean literally. I have no idea what suits feel like. I've never worn them in my life. Yeah, you wouldn't know. Well, the chance for that has long disappeared. Anyway, I should stop babbling. I'm just really excited, that's all. I suppose I should really let you go back to it. Lead on, investigator, and your trusty sidekick will help as best as she can. Okay, this is a good contender for an outfit she will keep for the rest of this. But there's one other, right? Scientist. The mate is also really good. You know, lately I feel like everything's been moving so quickly. So much more quickly than introducing being boredom and not being all alone. Being with someone I really like was what she said. Okay. Not being all alone is a bit weaker. But she likes me and she said this like multiple times yet. Whether time is slow or fast depends on perception. Relativity theory is so romantic and so sad. Or at least I remember hearing something like that. So, what do you think of this outfit? Scientifically speaking, of course. You're scientifically adorable. You're making a scientific fool of yourself. Yeah, adorable. Oh, you think so? Thank you. That's some very useful data. This costume, actually, it means a lot to me personally. Yeah, I think her parents were scientists. I think both of them. See, my father, my real father, was the ship's engineer. I always wanted to be just like him when I grew up. Of course, that was never able to happen. But, well, I guess being a computer program is as close to being a real computer scientist as I ever get. So it was mostly a father for that one. So this one means a lot to me. Do you think that sort of thing is fine for a girl to follow her father's footsteps? Yeah, sure. I'm glad you think so. Well, anyway, I suppose we should get back to work now. Scientifically speaking, I would be happy to help test some more theories of you. Okay, I think we keep her with this. This is the one she probably likes the most. I was thinking maybe the maid outfit, because that one is really cute, but she wants this one, I'm pretty sure. So she will keep it. We can go over the mute's questions. Actually, I want to know what block 3 is all about. Laughable situation. I cannot believe just 2 years ago I was actually excited about moving into the Smith Zone with my husband. Oh, how short it lasted. Also, bin einmal in a bit in the way for text? Have I always been so much in the way? It's probably better. Uh, I find it funny. The first time I realized that I would have to compete for his affections with every common woman and every courtesan he came across, I was so shocked. The first time he brought one home, I cried for a week, and mother-in-law was furious with me, claiming it my fault for not being enough for him. Now I realize the insanity of her reasoning, as if she wouldn't have already known her son was simply that sort of man. The only person who had any right to be shocked was me. Hmm. Yeah, not going well. The marriage. Some more to drink. Still, still I struggle for his attention, but now it is all but banal. If the truth is to be told, this is something I would tell not mother-in-law, nor mute, nor least of all my husband. I do not even fight for his affections for his own sake. It is pure selfishness on my part. All I wish is all I wish is for some indicator that it isn't as though I'm unattractive, that it isn't as though I'm unlikable. Any attention he gets is simply an attempt at fishing his information out of him and nothing more. Uh, Daughter, Otsuzin. For the past 2 months, ever since it became possible to hide that he was with child, Jangmi has been living in our house, and no visitors have been allowed to come in. It has created an incredibly awkward state of affairs. I can hardly stand to be in the same room with that courtesan, let alone live with her. Until recently, so few words have been exchanged. I did not even know her name until the third week of her living here. My husband made me agree to go along with the fiction that the child is actually mine, which, well, I've yet to give him one myself. So if that is how I am to make up for it, then that is what I do. I thought it was going to be so hard to keep up that pretense, pretend that this child is my own, while the real mother lives under the same roof. Yet apparently not. As it turns out, the whole charade has been for absolutely nothing. After all, the child turned out to be a girl. Of course, I'm sure Zhang Mi is quite happy, since she's already been brought out, in the hopes that we could pretend her son was mine. But an illegitimate daughter? Well, who cares? It would almost be funny, if not for the fact that it means I will have to live with that constant reminder of how little my husband cares for me. Almost, but not really. Not really that funny. So, hi Megaswas, Miss Sang-min, huh? This man is just, wow. He's a real piece of work. He just could not keep his pants on, it seems. I mean, neglecting his wife so he could get a courtesan pregnant? Wow, what kind of man does that? Yeah, a couple men would do that, actually. Please tell me you feel the same. He's awful. At least it was easy on Sojin, was it? Yeah, he's kind of a dick, really. I know, right? The idea of a woman living only for a man is awful. Just awful. But there's one way to make that worse. For the man to just ignore her entirely. Can you imagine living like that? Just being kept away in the woman's quarters, with nobody care about you in any way. I don't think her marriage was worse than mine, but at least I had something. I didn't have to worry about scandals, about a blow up in the family's face. There's one thing that's good about being the emperor's consort, I guess. So, all he ever paid attention to was woman who weren't his wife, and all this is a sort of business. Here, I'll show you what all that is. Looking at this, it feels like he spent more time with his brothers than his wife. Okay. A damn proper gentleman. Also, what year is this here? It's a couple years before the collapse. So they had a bit of time together, not that is that nice to think about. A transcription fragment of a conversation held with Miss Chang Jung. Oh, that was how I knew shit had gotten serious. He actually agreed to let me pick the drinking house he went to. My oldest brother only ever humors me when he's really trying to get on my good side. It's never a good sign. Well, I mean, it's good for me, but certainly not for him. I'm sure a classy lady, such as myself, wouldn't be familiar with this kind of place. Haha, no, you know the sort. Tucked away in an interior deck, lots of wood furniture that's been stained, and not intentionally, with just enough commoners smelling about to give a good background soundtrack. Oh, and it's one with a woman. Nice lady, too. So it's that sort of place. We arranged to meet at the door. It's been a while, brother. I'm sorry I couldn't speak to you sooner, he said, trying to be polite. You're full of shit, I said. But hey, it is good to see you. So what do you want? Couldn't. Yeah, but wouldn't. Whatever. I mean it, he said. He's a bad, bad liar. So why here? Anyway, at that point, the owner came by, asking what we'd like. The only real thing you need to know about Jane Eyre is that she's around my age. She's got the biggest hits I've ever seen in my life, and she dresses like a commoner. So you can certainly see them. Oh, he said. Fair enough. The commoners, I guess, show off a lot of stuff. Interesting to note. Bring you a sinus soju, I ordered. Please, she responded. You can't afford my finest. Totally not true, by the way. My reputation of being a cheap drunk? Completely unfounded. Honest, I have no idea where people get these crazy ideas from. Anyways, far be it from me to argue. I just reply, maybe not, but my brother can. I mean, he knew I was going for he was going to ask me for money. That was obvious. Might as well get as much as I could out of him before giving whatever he wanted, right? Well, fine. We will share that, he said. Then he added, but how much to share it with you too? She blushed. Amazing, really. She's got a lot of practice dealing with people like my brother. But I saved the misery of having to flirt back with him. Do we really need to read more of that kind of trouble right now? With that, he let her go. Anyway, drinks came. We argued about the elusiveness of finest, our silver sets, and the good old days, when father was still alive, and we didn't have to work out our problems ourselves. The biggest bullshit ever, I said. I said we are expected to be responsible men here. How did that happen? He laughed. And it was not long enough to start taking cheap shots. Is that why you've never wanted to be one? Ouch, I said. Damn it, hurry on, pour me one. I'll drink to that. He poured, but didn't say anything. Alright, so what is it that you want? I'm getting the impression that you have a problem. And you want this question, because you're talking to me. Right, brother? I was right. So where did you put it this time, brother? I asked. Put what? He replied. Oh, cut the shit. We fully know well what he put where. Well, we know what he put somewhere. We don't know, like, the person he put it in somewhere. We both know full well that all your problems in life have always, without fail, stemmed from putting your dick somewhere you shouldn't have. He grunted in disagreement. But it's totally true. Was it at least a female this time? Was it? I mean, if it was, it could be more trouble because then you have some more evidence, so to say. Spear to my father. Brother was right about to punch me. Didn't so. Instead, he just downed his swing. Yeah, that's a damn problem, he said. She's saying he hasn't been in 2 months now. A courtesan. I promised him I'd help. Better he is brought out by me than by my brother, the high magistrate. Let's dismiss it that way. And it was nothing unlawful. Believe me now, a proper gentleman. That's me. A proper damn gentleman. Yes, sure. Let's agree with that. Smith Sang Jung. I don't really know how to feel about him. I don't know. He doesn't really sound like anyone. So anyone thought he was a very good person. It looks like he never married or anything. I guess he was friends with Mute? Well, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, they were really good friends. Like a husband and wife, basically. It's more or less what she said about that. He just seems weird. Like, it sounds like Sojin was kind of off-put by him. And I don't really blame her. I don't know. I have no idea how to judge him. See for yourself, I guess. I've added a few more things about him. Okay. I think this is all new stuff. I'm sorry. Guess we're getting all the stuff here. Smith Sang-min. Let's give me something to drink first. And pour me something new when I get thirsty again. Okay. Sorry. Uncle Daiho. Look, I'm sorry about our last conversation, alright? It's like I said to you before. You just caught me at a really bad time. Sojin was kept in bed rest on strict doctor's orders. I'm sorry that you brought your wife all the way to get turned away like that. When I told Sojin that you had given her well wishes on her pregnancy, she was happy, but said she couldn't see you herself. Our child was just born last week. A daughter. We decided to name her Min-hee. And Sojin is recovering. Well, is recovering well. The doctor said that it would be fine for her to see visitors next week. I'm sorry I got angry. If your wife still wants to see mine, or the child, or my mother, by all means, you're welcome to visit. I really hope there's no hard feelings, Uncle. Sang-min. No luck again from Sang-min. To the wife of Sang-kyu. You can probably put this more diplomatically than I can, because I'm pretty sure his younger brother is still sorely pissed at me. You know how he is, of course. I don't have the time to deal with that, especially when I'm already doing him a huge favor. The bad news is, I made an appeal to the Captain and Emperor himself personally, but he said there was no position that a man of Sankyu's skill set could possibly fulfill. I did most certainly plead, but let's face it, what official role could that man possibly fill? He's an idiot. Don't pass on that last part. He already knows. I did, however, speak to the park son and was able to convince him to forget the whole incident. It wasn't cheap, I might add. I continue to send your family a regular stable iPad, but please keep your husband under control. I can't afford to keep cleaning up after his damn fights. Yeah. I'm not really sure what all that business about, truthfully. From what I understand, so Smith's son Hugh had a tendency to get in trouble. He sounds really unpleasant. Yeah, I don't know. Visit from Sang Young, from Oh Soo Jin. My husband was out of the house, as he usually is during the day. So our servant fetched me instead to tell me that someone was at the door. I was in the middle of a conversation with Mute, but I had no idea how I was expected to respond to that. What do I do? I asked her. She just responded in that usual shocking quest manner of hers. Gee, I don't know. You could try answering the door, maybe? Just a thought, of course. So I excused her and went to do that, but with a great degree of nervousness. I've never done this before. At the door was my youngest brother-in-law, Sang Young, who I had only met a few times before. Although husband mentioned him often enough, using the same breath as calling him an irresponsible drunk. Seeking did nothing short of compound my anxieties. Hello, sir, I stammered. So Jin, he responded, with unbelievable volume. Okay, I should have said this on. So Jin! It's great to see you. Hope you don't mind my dropping by unannounced. I just figured I haven't seen my new niece yet, and it's been forever since I've been in the old house. So, well, I thought I'd stop by. Say hello to the doctor. I don't know. Sorry, my husband isn't home right now. Maybe you should come back later, I said, shifting uncomfortably. Oh, please, be a good girl. Can you come see her? I'm really not here for your husband. Yeah, oh no. This was awkward. I didn't expect to run away, my brother-in-law, especially if you just want to see baby Mandy, but this was hardly proper. It really wouldn't be my place. Sorry, you have to wait until my husband gets back. I trailed off. He rolled his eyes, then smiled at me. Really? Come now, you are smarter woman than that, he said, and put his hand on my shoulder. This had now moved on to incredibly uncomfortable. Really value his authority that much? He's my husband, I responded. What else could I say? He replied, wow, no wonder he walks all over you. If that's how you treat him, you have got a lot to learn about dealing with men, dear Sojin, especially my brother. But come on now, this is a bad conversation for a doorway. Can't I see my niece? I hear she's rather adorable. I took a deep breath. I'm sorry, I said, trying to be as bold as I could. I'm going to have to go now. Sorry. I started to close the door on him. Alright, I understand. I talked to myself later. Don't worry, I won't mention this visit. Do say hello to your mother for me, so, he said, and left. My heart skipped a beat when he said those words. I stood there in the doorway for a good while, stunned. Even now, I still have much to think about. Not simply his knowledge of our child's true mother, a matter of great secrecy, but also what he said about my husband. Perhaps his words were true. Uh, I'm really sorry. Please don't get mad, but I don't really understand what you're looking for. Maybe I'm just like, okay, I think that's... Maybe I'm just not getting it, and it's my fault, but I can't find anything that seems relevant. Sorry. Maybe I just wanted to talk to you about this, I don't know. Legendary temper. A clerk. A clerk has written this. Now I've been a clerk for a while, and it's not as if I hadn't heard all the stories about High Magistrate Smith Sangmin and his legendary temper, but I always figured they were an exaggeration. Especially after I met him for the first time. The man seemed like the absolute model of a gentleman, rather calm and unemotional. I'm not criticizing him, I just never imagined that man getting angry. It was while an official was presenting the facts of a murder case to him, a drunken brawl between peasants gone horribly wrong. It all seemed satisfactory enough. A dozen men had seen it. There wasn't really any doubt about it. So far, so good. Very well, the High Magistrate said. Let me read your confession then, before I pass a sentence. The official didn't have one. It was reasonable enough. A lot of times, they can't get it out of them. I've never seen a magistrate who was really all too concerned about those little details. Excuse me, you don't have a confession? He said, and his mood soared right there. Why are you wasting my time then? He looked at the accused, who had been kowtowing silently up until that point. You! Do you even admit to killing him? The murderer seemed confused, and it took a minute to realize he was being addressed. Furthermore, when he did figure it out, he simply kept mumbling, not my fault, wasn't my fault, and the judge, the High Magistrate, was furious. What is wrong with you? What is this man doing in front of me, in a state like that? He doesn't admit to doing it. What do you expect me to do? He demanded. After some silence from the official, he continued. It wasn't a rhetorical question. Please, enlighten me. What do you expect me to do here? To punish him? The official finally offered, weakly, as confused about the matter as I was. Punish him? This was what set him off completely off the edge. He stood up, shouting, We are not giving the responsibility of punishment. What are we, barbarians? Looking for vengeance? The point of justice is to teach immoral men like him the error of their ways. He lectured, shouting at the top of his lungs. I'm not going to shout that loud. And how do you expect me to do that with a man who won't even admit his own actions? Does this man look like he's ready to learn? Do you seriously believe that? Are you simple? The official looked as though he was about to argue, but then thought against it. Smart move. The High Magistrate continued, more calmly. Now, stop wasting my time and get him out of my office. Come back when you have a confession and a clue as to what your job actually entails. And with that, he left, leaving the official speechless and leaving me realizing that perhaps a legendary temper and being the model gentleman weren't quite as mutually exclusive as I had thought. But it's like an interesting concept of justice. I think that's also kind of how our justice system is supposed to work. Like the punishment should leave people better off, ideally. It's usually not that way, but it sounds nice if you put it like that. Something to think about. Okay. You don't know. No, didn't want to go there. Misclicked. But he didn't have anything to say about that. Drank himself to death. Also, Jim. As horrible as it is to say, I don't think anyone was really surprised when brother-in-law Sang-jun was found dead. Nobody asked how, nor has anyone so much as mentioned the word drinking in my presence since. Even the extremely candid mood has been entirely somber. Mother-in-law, I understand why she's been taking it so hard, and have been working hard to stay well out of her way, while the funeral preparations are being settled. But mute? I had no idea they were so close. Yet in our last conversation, I could have sworn she was on the verge of tears. I'd never seen such a reaction from her in all my time here. As for myself, I have an awful confession I can make to no one. I have put on a somber face, acting as though I was sad as the rest, since that is, of course, what is expected. But it pains me to admit that I'm not. It's not that I don't find it tragic, and I feel bad for thinking this, but I didn't really know him at all. How could I possibly bring myself to feel as upset as I'm expected to be? Well, you've seen pretty much everything that matters about the Smith family now. I'm still just parsing this all myself. You know, most of it's new to me too. I mean, when I was alive, I didn't even know the Smith family existed. Well, maybe were mentioned them once. I didn't really remember. It's been 600 years, but I don't think she did. I I really wish I'd known about Sojin at the time. I really, really do. So, what do you think? Are you satisfied with this overview? I'm never satisfied. Oh, well, I'm really sorry. What, what were you looking for? Is it just because the story ends abruptly? Well, I guess it does. Well, I can't really do anything about it now. I'm really, really sorry. But that's where it ends. I mean, it was 14, it was like, I guess it was his end. Anything else new? I guess then we don't really need to go over that. We went over that. Okay. I don't actually. I guess I can unlock some stuff. Okay. And let's just. The new wife. The new girl. How do you read all of this before? Okay. Jesus. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Okay, it's also new. You know the Smith brother who seemed, well, really kind of brutish? Well, it turns out that he actually did cross paths with Young Suk. I thought maybe you might be interested in that? So I just added a log about him, written by his wife. It sounds pretty unpleasant. Sorry, I'd like to get back to what you wanted to talk about now. I just thought about that might be something you were interested in. Okay, the new girl, the new Bruce. New heir, new wife, new whatever, new happiness, new girl, new friendship, New Bruce, new something, new magistrate. Okay. The new Bruce. Dearest mother, I really could use your advice. Husband has been working very late into the night recently on some business that he won't even share with me. I understand his reluctance to talk to me about things his superior has sworn him to secrecy on, and the damn child has been keeping me plenty busy anyway. But I still wish he could tell me. Last night he was out even later than normal, and when he finally did return, he had a black eye, his face and hands bloodied. He looked really bad. The sight of that really scared me. Of course, you of all people know that I'm hardly squeamish at the sight of blood. It was how hurt he looked. I hurried him to the kitchen, where I started to clean his wounds. I admit my voice wavered when I asked, Husband, what happened? He was reluctant to answer, and grunted in pain when I convinced him to put ice on his bruised eye. He finally did, and you absolutely can't repeat what he said to me. Do you understand? Not a word of it to anyone, not even to father. But I truly need your advice. I had some questions for the High Magistrate's office. He sent his brother, Smith St. Hugh, to answer them. That's the dumb, nasty one. My husband trailed off, thinking. I asked him something that he didn't agree with. Yet I had him on high standing, but he had a physical high standing. His wounds clean, I didn't know what to do, but touched the uninjured part of his face to comfort him. Then he joked. Turns out his arguments hurt a whole lot more than mine, but I could tell underneath that he was truly hurt. What do I do, mother? How is a woman supposed to respond to just an awful thing happening? I've tried to comfort him as best as I can, but I just don't know what else I can do, mother. Please, you must have some advice. Something more to drink. A lot of reading, a lot of talking. I need to drink more. Okay, okay, you don't know what I'm looking for. I also don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just going over stuff and see if you have anything new to say about it. Actually, now we can go over those questions. Please promise, sure. I'm nice to her this time. I think I was pretty mean to her last time. Well, to be honest, nervous. I'm really nervous. It's just, you're the first person I've talked to in so long. I'm really happy about that. Well, I'm exposing a lot. I know you promised to trust me and all, so thanks. It's just, this is all really new to me. Yeah, we're getting new information out of her now, new dialogue, because you're nice to her. But it's good. I'm glad. I wouldn't be so nervous if I wasn't happy you were there to listen. We might get a new ending with her actually, where she's a bit happier, hopefully. How do you feel about it? Okay, that's definitely something where we get a new dialogue, yes. I mean, you seem like a really good person. I think I could call you a friend. You seem to be a really good listener. I like that. I kind of have to listen. I don't know. Does it answer the question? I kind of want to know more, but yeah, sure. Okay, good. Not that I really understand why Newt was asking. Weiter. No, I'm not even asking that. What do you really look like? Okay, smaller in other places too. Everyone always did that. I was pretty so, okay? And I mean, you know how much I was into cosplay. Never really had a chance for that when I was alive. So when I'm nice to her, she said, like, my breasts are kind of smaller than they appear here. Which is interesting. Why do you even ask? What are you thinking? You look good. Well, thank you. Ah, anyway, we should really back to more serious stuff, don't you think? Yeah, like the reactor about to explode, but I can fix it quickly. Okay. What were... Okay. Nope. Okay. Use override terminal. And we can fix this quite quickly. Actually help. Power control, I need to shut off a lot of stuff. Power control. List. 99%, we need to get it down to 20. Just go to the list. Don't shut off bulkheads yet. Not communications. Core 1 we can actually disable. Power control. Disable core 1. We can do this up to core 3, core 6, and we need to skip core 2. So disable core 3. Core 4. I really don't like this this interface. I need to type everything in all the time. I can't like scroll up and go get something. I just need to type it out every time. Just such a bother. Also doesn't know it's me, okay. Docking I don't really need. And I could re-enable it again. Also, but it's only like one, but okay. Gravity is a lot. Control. Not like this. Gravity, life support's all disabled, of course. Because you only killed everyone on board. And not disable the main computer, but the rail we don't need. Power control, disable rail. Then sensors and ways also. Power control, disable waste. Power control like list. 19%, that's low enough. Actually, we need to re-enable life support for later. Might as well do it now. Actually, not source support, something else. I need to. What was it? PSS. PSS switch project battery. And PSS enable. Reactor disable. Okay. Safely fallback to the reactor, and then we shut down bulkheads, and then we are done with that. Also, stream is getting unstable again. Damn it. Also, the quality, but I have it like in several. I'm hoping I don't have to like restart so much now. Anyway, as long as the stream is still going, I think coding overloaded. No, not good. Was it bullcat or bullcats? Whatever, bullcat. Bullcats probably. Okay. Fix it. Did not fix the stream, of course. It's kind of. Let me check something. If maybe we have some problems here. Okay, now stream is back to excellent quality. Supposedly, it still seems like not that good on my end, but what am I going to argue here? If it's doing fine. Yeah, but actually that's terrible connection right now. Just gonna restart that. Hopefully that didn't stop the stream. Doesn't seem to. Okay, I think it was out there for a second, maybe. Okay, but I reconnected fast enough, I think. Oh no, it's off. Am I still streaming? Let me actually check on my channel if I'm still online. Okay, looks good so fast. Okay, looks like it restarted again, okay. Not that nice, but whatever. I guess I need to reload this side then. Yeah, I keep having those disconnections. Actually is a problem on my side. Is a problem with my internet going a bit slow at times and I have to restart it. But whatever, it's fine now. Let's just keep playing. Okay, I fixed it. There's anything new to say? No. Yeah, we deserve our back. I thought so. Really, my word. That was a close call. That's actually something I've been thinking about for a while that I wanted to ask you about. And, well, I had sensors working before. I've seen a ship. I know it's only big enough for one person. It sounds awfully remarkable that you could have a chip like that just for yourself. I just mean, in my time, we were using generation chips, and this was incredibly state of the art. But that, combined with the fact that you say there are no colonies, I can't even wrap my mind around that. I can't even imagine. Of course, I lied to you. So, is it normal? Do you do this all the time? Go on space adventures by yourself in deep space? Yeah, sure. Wow, that's really amazing. Remarkable, really. See, when I found out that I was going to get put into stasis to wake up far later, That was the future I always dreamed about. One is with full of amazing things like, holograms, molecular medicine, ships that travel faster than light, colonies on other planets. That sort of amazing. I mean, I've never liked science fiction, it's just too unrealistic. But when I was a kid, I figured it would still be fun to live in it. Imagine my surprise. But it sure sounds like you're from the future. Oh, sorry, I'm rambling, aren't I? It's just the idea of finally getting the perfect future that I was denied. Traveling with someone in deep space? Well, that sounds awfully romantic. Now you're coming on to me. Really. Sorry, I'll stop now. Let's get back to the serious business. Okay, now we can access those documents. Okay, let's get over this. We haven't gone over this one before. How old are you? Actually, that's an interesting question. I don't think you like this. How do you feel about mute? I don't. Well, let me put it this way, I suppose. Did you have anything nice to say about me? Yeah, no. That's what I thought. Really, I don't know much about her, other than what I've read in other people's logs. She never talked to me, ever. I mean, she wasn't above talking about me, but no, never anything to me. That's all I know about her. She's a gossip. I don't even want to speak to her now. Okay. And you can't speak to her. Not in this playthrough. Thinking a bit. Getting drunk on water. That's an awful question. I'm not gonna ask her that. I asked her this before, other playthrough. She will just dislike me for that. Did you ever have any friends? It's also a mean question, but I think that's fine to ask. Yeah, she was a bit uncomfortable with that, but some. Okay, this is a big one. They kind of need to ask. I could keep asking her that, but let's just go over this the normal way. Just us wise. Yeah, we already had all this before. I take it you want to know more about my marriage then. What are we interested in? Both of them. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not really ready to talk about him. Not beyond what I wrote in my diary. It's just too hard. We never. It's not if we had conversations. You think our relationship is one-sided? You have no idea. Anyway, here, I can give you some more. There's an auntie from Java in there. She did talk to him. She was, well, a lot stronger than I was. So you can see why I admired her. Okay, I think that we had this conversation before, but there was probably a few differences. Because now she really likes us. Little sister. Hmm. Okay. Okay, give me the admonitions. Actually, can I go back and say I'm really not interested in the admonitions? Oh, I'm not really sure what you're looking for, I'm afraid. Really sorry, I wish I could help. Yep. Ah, muteness. Okay. Okay. That's why you decide to kill them all. Why did she have to die? Yes. I think this wasn't where we had this. Anything new? Look, please. Do you trust me? I try. Okay. Is there anything else new? Back to hell. Okay, this is the ones where we find out where she decides to kill them all. Yeah. Talking about magic things together. Having fun with cosplay. And just, having someone there to talk to. Someone who wasn't interested in shutting me up. Okay, so new options because I was doing cosplay with you and having a fun time. Okay, I trust you. You do, really? Oh my word. I mean, of course, I'm so sorry. I should have had faith in you. I really should have. I'm I'm really bad at this. But thank you. Thank you so much. I can't believe I even dropped you for a second. I mean, I was beat to you in other places too, so that's completely fair. Look, that means a lot to me. It means so much. I mean, I'm sure what I did wasn't right. I know. I'm sure you don't think it was. I just want you to understand, alright? For someone I'm in love with, for someone as good to me as you've been, I want you to at least please understand. Okay, I guess we get a bit better ending with her now because she's really in love with us. Instead of just tolerating us and we whisk her away. You don't have to forgive me. Just hear me out. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're you're a really good person. Much better than me. Thank you. Then, very well. It's probably just better if I show you. There's a data block that contains all the logs that matter. But my family encrypted it because, well, it should be obvious why after you read it. You need to drop a terminal and type decrypt block 7. Let me know once you've done that and I'll show you. Block 7 is the one we want to decrypt, and we also want to show everything that's in there to mute, like next playthrough. Block 7. I hope we can just show it that easy. It must be. Okay. If you want to know the whole story, those entries will explain. Okay. Block 7. Yeah, let's just get over with this. The Nightmare Sprite. We read all this already, so I won't bore you with the details, except some things that are will be skipped anyway. No, what do I want to say? I don't know. Okay. Okay. She didn't really write about me that much. There's nothing else of hers in here that's really relevant. You've seen it all. Sorry. Whatever. Okay. Now you're mad about them. Just fair. Okay, the drastic measures. And the one thing you won't show me until the very end. You promise the last stand. Yeah, there's one thing missing. Did you unlock it? No, not yet. Okay, but I need you to talk to me about this. I know you've had faith in me, and I promise it hasn't been misplaced. There's just one more thing. I don't think you'll be surprised. You seem smart. I'm sure you've already guessed what it is. Yeah, we had all this before. And now, wasn't it here? Block 10? Not the ammunition. What? Go ahead. What? But it's not. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Drastic measures. That's what you're asking, right? Or maybe you're asking, how did it change everything? How was that the most important thing? Maybe you want to know how bad it could have been that it made me think the whole family deserved to die? Well, if you haven't already guessed, here's my last diary entry. I can't say it myself. I can't bring myself to, even now. Yeah. This is the important one, and this one we need to write down, actually. 7EUX25. Just leaving it there. Okay. I told you it made sense, right? That there was a good reason. Please tell me you don't think I've let you down. You haven't. I haven't? You don't. You mean you understand then? Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That really means so much to me. I'm so glad. I don't know what I'd do if you didn't think. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I was terrified. So terrified. I thought you might not. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what she says. If you're nice to her. Like the last time we heard our story, we were kind of mean to her about stuff. So I guess today is like the good end of the story. I can speak to you some more, right? Right. I have it. I have really strong feelings. Jeez, I'm in love with you. Finally, you don't delete that quickly. I finally said it. This is so embarrassing. I know I'm being really silly, right? I mean, jeez. I'm sure I know what you're thinking, Mike. You think that's ridiculous. No, it's not. I love you too. You don't? Oh, that's why I'm in love. Because you managed to happily surprise me every time. I never thought that I was fighting someone who understands me. Someone who listens, who would hear my whole life story and doesn't hate me. You really have been wonderful. I know. It's a lot to spring on someone just like that. And I don't even know if you're even a man or the sort of woman who wouldn't have a promise that and still unmarried. Because you never asked me these things like, Newt, Well, those are her first questions. Very different persons. But if you are, do you think we might have a chance together? Even just a chance? Yes, let's marry. Right away. Ah, that is truly the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been sort of thinking about this for a while. A little bit embarrassing, I know, but well, we don't have to rush to get married or anything. I mean, you know how scary it was the last time I was a wife. I just really like to just be with you as an equal. Does this sound right to you? Wonderful. Oh, I really do. I really do love you. It's funny, isn't it? I know almost nothing about you. I have no idea what you look like. I have no idea how you talk. I have no idea what's supposed to be the most important thing about us persons. If you're a man or a woman. I have no idea how old you are. Also, I suppose you must be much younger. Yeah, I'm younger than a couple 100 years. How could you tell? Or maybe older, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, I guess in the other way, you're still kind of not that old. Yeah. Or do I have any idea where you're from? Or even your name? But I know that you take me seriously, that you understand me, that you don't treat me as something less just for being a woman. I know that talking to you makes me feel better than I've felt ever in my life. And that's good enough for me. And it's far better than I've ever had. So very well. I decompile myself now. That way, you can just stop to terminal and type download to copy everything to a ship, including myself. It should only take a few days to do a complete transfer. I'll see you soon, alright? So this is how my sister-in-law felt on her wedding night. Okay. Download. Okay, download her as well. This is now the happy end. It's cool. But there's another ending we want to get to. I think we didn't have this one before. Like, not with her touching the screen and everything. This was there in the preview image that I had. Incoming message, yeah, this one. Good work on covering files. We could get our money. Not a job. Okay. Playtesting, Korean translation, Korean PR, playtesting, lots of playtesters. White Rabbit Bond by Messi Welch, okay. Oh, and special thanks to Tom Moshamel, creator of Renfry, a game engine of sorts. You can make visual novels with that. Ending 2, completion rate this time 63%, total completion rate 86%, 6 for playing. I think there are at least 2 more endings that we haven't gotten to. So, actually we can look at this. The Harlem, okay, there's only 1 ending. I guess it's not a separate ending, but actually let me look at this. You're in a lease home in the care of a new friend. Okay, this is where we make friends. This is the first one I got, I think. The former bride falls in love for the first time. This was the one we just got now. The investigator leaves alone. That's something that we can do. That's kind of sad. The security problem is relieved of her duties. This is when we just get mute. And the one ending we don't have is the Harem ending. that we will get now. Basically, we need to get the mute first and then show her the stuff. Enable AI Uni. Talk with her, and we're just rushing through this now. And there's school uniform again. I'm better with her, but it won't say anything to you. Yes, I can understand it. Nope. We are being mean to you on a fun ending. But I guess I should be nice to you actually. A pick of idiots. Just get through everything. There's probably like an optimal path I could take. Just go through this as fast as I can. Okay. Nothing new here probably, no. And you have something to say. Actually, you just tested it out, I think, this time. And the harm ending is like the non-canon ending, because you can't really get to that without like first playing, getting her ending. And now you will just be really weird about this. Also, actually, decrypt block 3. Ah, I need admin for this first, okay. Okay. 3 and 7 I think were the tools we didn't have before. Actually, I wonder what happens. I think we need to go all the way up here. Then I can search stuff. Actually, what happens now? I'm really sorry. Please don't get mad, but I don't understand what you're looking for. Okay. But okay, this is interesting. But this is the one you need to show mute. But I guess they haven't planned dialogue for that. That's fine. It's box 7 actually. I don't need to unblock any stuff, but I kind of want to have mute opinion on some stuff, so I will go over that. Just get through this. Yeah, I want to know what you think. It's helpful. You're being helpful, Uni. It's fine. Block 10. Okay, going over this. Let's look for the pale white first and see if we get enough information out of that. Sure. Okay. I want to see Mute talk about her friend some more. Okay. Yeah, women aren't supposed to write. It's stupid, yes. Women should write. Why not? Okay. Straight to hell, wife. Just fine. Sorry, forget I said anything. Oh, I clicked the wrong answer. I wanted to just be able to take a break. Look, I'm trying to be useful. Do you have to be so mean about brushing me off? Sorry. Yes, sorry. Alright, it's fine then. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that because, well, here, I have a look I think you want to see. Just, well, why don't you read it yourself? Okay, which one was that? Okay. Yeah. But you don't really know that, or you don't really know what happened there. Okay. Yes. I should be nice to both women if I get a harem ending. I'm not sure it makes a difference much, but whatever. Okay, we cover mute. And then I can show mute this stuff and see their opinion on things. Enable AI mute. And find out about your friend, what you thought about them. I'm a woman. Yes. Awesome. I mean the paper could okay. Yes, there are colonies, okay. I'm from a colony, whatever. No, I'm single. Oh, singles are single. Oh, I'm not judging. I mean, I don't either. Sure, that's because I'm just a computer. But, so how old are you then? Those are the options. Under 18 or old lady. You're an old lady if you're over 18. Wow. Sure, I'm under 18. Fair enough then. Related to that, I don't really know much about spaceships or anything, but I can get you. Okay. Wow. You're a woman in the middle of space, all on her own? Sounds awfully scary. Well, I think that's all I can think of for now, okay. I don't have anything more to say. What's the block for? Actually, I can decrypt block 3 is the one that I'm interested about. Decrypt block 3. Talk to her about this a bit. No? Couldn't decrypt? I don't know. I'm not sure what triggers going back into that mode, and I don't want to. I'm gonna make a save here and not load. Just make this here. I should also be able to unlock everything at some point. I'm actually gonna go to Uni and talk to her about stuff. Disable AI. Enable AI Uni. So you just noticed that you have equipped a block. I didn't have access. I just noticed. Okay, you noticed that. Thank you. I've taken a look and wow, no wonder that was encrypted and blocked off from AI access. I wouldn't have wanted that nosy security AI to read some of those. I want to. I want this nosy security AI to read all of them. Oh my, this is dramatic. Okay, I think I already heard of this. I'm not sure if you're interested, but I've given you a couple of entries from there to see for yourself. But if you don't care, that's perfectly fine. I'm sure I can find something else that you're interested in. I'm interested in you. Also in mute. I want both of you at the same time. Okay, mute. Gonna talk with her a bit more. Okay. Do you have anything new to say that I haven't heard? You know. What block 3? Walked home. Okay, this is where she gets married. That's actually from before I knew her. It's pretty hard to imagine her as a blushing newlywed, honestly. I guess that would be. She was an awfully good friend of mine. We chatted a lot. You have to understand, so she might not have been a very good wife. It's absolutely not her fault. It's like what I reported to my mistress, Yuri Yahweh. None of the problems in her marriage were her own fault. She was just the wife of a lousy man, plain and simple. Mostly, she tried to do the best she could. I don't want to look down on her, understand? I don't. Laughable situation, yeah. You have nothing to say about that. The daughter, okay, you have something to say about that one. High Magistrate Smith Sang-min, huh? Well, as High Magistrate, he was one of the highest ranking officials until just before the end. I don't want to paint a misleading portrait. As I understand, he was a very just man and performed his function quite well. It was politics that caught up to him in the end. It's like I reported to my misfit, yeah, well, he might have been a good magistrate, but his family conduct was less than the pinnacle of virtue. How many wives a man takes is no business but his own, and he never did anything illegal, but knocking up courtesans owned by the court, man, it's just bad politics. Yeah, getting people pregnant, that's just bad politics. I try not to. And just completely unfair for his primary wife. Can you imagine? So that's why he lost his position. Years of embarrassment in the family finally culminated in him turning into a real liability for the emperor. I guess that's how the other guy became High Magistrate, which was his dream, and then he died. But it wasn't always like that. Here, let me try to paint an even portrait of him for you. I've added an assortment of logs about him. I hope this gives a good idea of what I mean. Okay. Nothing here. I know it sounds like Sang-min is just being harsh on his little brother, but I assure you, his characterization of him isn't wrong. I honestly kinda tended to avoid him. I was friends with his older brother's wife, and his younger brother was an absolute gentleman, but he was not a very nice man. Yeah, the younger brother, that was your friend, wasn't it? He was the sort of person that the court exams were supposed to keep out in theory. Didn't work, of course. He saw it just as well as brothers. Also, so Sang-Jung told me. Here, you want to see the usual sort of behavior that you'd get from Smith Sang-Hu? I've added another entry, this one by the Kimson. clerk. See, he wasn't always that bad. He was an embarrassment and far from a pinnacle of virtue. I didn't think that highly of him, but at the end of the day, it was about politics, not about his character. Okay. Okay, it was the legendary temper of the High Magistrate. But wasn't there also... Okay, mute. I want to see your opinion on that. Well, this is what I told him at the time. I could have maybe, done without the descriptions of her breasts. But that kind of story was definitely pretty common for him. The part where he cleaned up after his family's mess. I mean, not the details about immoral looking common woman. And it's probably also something he talked a lot about. You don't just mention this once. And, well, the drinking too. Yeah. But look, that part he had a good cause for. Sure, it was his wooing, but you can't blame a man for that. There are reasons to get drunk sometimes. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, the stuff he had to put up with. If your brother had it like that, I'm sure he'd do the same. It wasn't all that bad, really. We spent a lot of evenings drinking together, talking long into the night. Well, he would anyway. Obviously not really so much drinking on my part. Yeah. He was the kind of man who'd still pour a glass for you all the same. So that whole sarcastic thing about him being a proper gentleman is not sarcastic. He really was. Well, he was being sarcastic. But still. He totally, absolutely was the best damn gentleman around. Yeah. I wanted to hear that. This was what I came for. Was more here. Letter. Probably get more of this. Are there opinions on that? No. Here comes the 4. Oh yes, him. Would you like to hear our feel about Smith Kyung-sam? Yes, tell me everything. Then let me be clear, maybe as clear as I possibly can. Fuck that guy. I know, I shouldn't say that about a man, not least of all a dead one. But I don't care. He didn't have any respect for the dead either. So as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't deserve any from me. There's nothing more even related to him that you need to see. All he ever did was complain about the main branch and trash the good name of a good man. That's all you need to know. Nothing good here. Did I ask you about all of this before? Doesn't look like it. Look, you already know what I think of Smith Kyung-sang. He was a piece of shit. Don't listen to a word he says. That isn't what Smith Sang-young was like at all. His death was a tragedy, and for a lesser man to make light of it, it's appalling is what it is. Can you relieve his nerve? Fine, Sang-young never married, and he'd like to think maybe a little more than was good for him. But he was a great man. Clever, charming, filial, and respectful. Look, he wasn't perfect. But he was as damn close as you could get, so... If you'd been able to talk to him, you'd fall in love For sure. Completely. I think she says something differently if I'm a man. Probably. Do you want to know what he was really like? Don't listen to a single word from the likes of Kyung-sam. Here's a more fitting description. I've added some logs that actually do him justice. You should really read them. Okay. Okay. She likes the drunkard. We unlocked this. This is also one we had to unlock. Probably already read all of this. Also, except of those two. She hasn't said anything to this. Okay. Man, reading that, I just can't believe that she used to be so timid. Thinking of me as having a shocking crass manner, or being afraid of a brother-in-law at the door? Well, it's all what I expected from her at the time. She just changed a whole lot as she got older. Well, honestly, maybe not as much as I thought. She might have gotten bolder behind her husband's back, but in front of him, that never really changed much. Well, what do you think? Should she have been listening to Sang-young about being less differential to her husband? Yes, independent woman and so on. Yeah, I'm sure you would say that. You're not only outside of home, you're often in the middle of space. So don't you dare look down on her for that. Don't you dare. I mean, I'm not judging. If you really think that's a popular thing for a woman to do, then, well, whatever. I'm not judging her. I can see a point of view a bit. But look, Sojin wasn't like you. She did understand her place, ultimately, and she was interested in being a good wife. Either way, well, she did change in some ways. Would you like me to show you what I'm talking about there? I mean, just as a warning, it's some pretty scandalous stuff she was involved in. Do you want to see? Yes, I want to see everything. Okay then. Oh, this isn't for the faint of heart, but I think you see what I mean. I'm warning you right now. It does get a little bit gross, but, well, wow, just see it for yourself. It's definitely a pretty big fall for her. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Did we read this about the another playthrough? Okay. Okay. Yeah, hit my Rankins and stuff. That's your friend, the drunkard. Of course, I was on the verge of tears. He meant a lot to me. I mean, you know, I'm just a computer. He wasn't family or anything. And it's not like I have the body for that kind of relationship. But still, he was the closest thing I had to a husband. We had a really close relationship. I really did love him. I definitely can't forgive her for not sincerely mourning her death or not taking it seriously. He was a great man. I'm just disappointed in her. It really is an awful confession. He really did deserve much better. So much better. Okay. So it's pretty much the same thing, but it's still red. That's sometimes annoying about this game. Okay. Well, you see most everything about the Smith family now, except the most scandalous stuff. I'm sort of wondering what you think of their fall. Yeah, it's fair enough. Get it coming, yes. I sure hope it's not just because you're perversely entertained by watching great men fall, though. Anyone could see it coming, but it's still utterly wrong. Show a little respect. Anyway, I'm trying to show respect, sorry. Anyway, regardless of whether you think it should have happened or not, it was a pretty terrible thing to happen to what used to be the greatest noble family. And certainly, they didn't deserve to be first brought down by the Kim family, then murdered by the Kim daughter. Maybe it's, I don't know what to say, that Sang-jung was lucky. That's not true. If he was around, maybe things would have turned out better. He always had a way of making things perfect. Still, I'd rather be killed by his own habit than by that girl. I'd rather he be killed by his own habit than by that girl. I mean, he could have lived a little bit longer. I don't know. He deserved better than what he got. But it would have been even worse if not for that, is I guess what I'm saying. I hadn't really thought about it that way before. Really, were he around, that's totally what he'd say. But he imagine his voice even. And drink will inevitably kill you, and woman will inevitably kill you. So I'd rather take the one that isn't always bitter. Wow. Or something like that. Haha, yeah. Well, anyway, that's enough of all that. Would you like to see some of the more scandalous stuff from the Swiss family now? Yes. Okay then. Oh, okay. This isn't for the faint of heart, but you're going to love this. You will not believe what Smith Sang-ming's wife was doing behind his back. I'm warning you right now. It does. Okay, we already had this. Just see it for myself. Okay. Okay, we have more stuff unlocked. I'm a model, kind of freaked out there. Whatever. Just because I drank something. Not drinking myself to death. This is not an alcoholic. Is there also a block 1? I could maybe save at this point again. Of course, we 38% unlocked. It's not a lot, actually, relatively. Yeah, this is this stuff. A lesbian relationship. Okay. But well, it totally does get worse, I'll show you. Just be warned, it's pretty depraved stuff. I think she wants you less if you're a guy. Because then she assumes you might be turned on by it. Which is fair. That one is just, wow. Okay. Yeah, we already went through this, so I guess. It's pretty bad. I know, right? Well, it's no surprise, I guess. I mean, for one, I'm pretty sure all cruelty with my 16-year-old is just inherently awful, and she's no exception. She doesn't know anything, and it really shows. But where you know more than that, you're still a war and a woman. To be fair, you wouldn't really expect any better, regardless of age. Okay. Yes. It's pretty gross, even more than probably anything else here you've read. Okay. How do you make of that? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's disgusting. saying things like that. They taught her letters. She could write that. That's why a smart man stays the hell away from horrors. That's just what they do, okay. I'm sympathetic to her at all. I really am, but look, I still had to tell my missus all about it. I couldn't just hide that. And frankly, I don't think she should have been gossiping about it, not least of all to her whore. Doing unspeakable things to her, well, that's messed up. But it only affects herself. By telling Thor about her husband's failings, that's just reckless. That could harm the whole family. Well, not that the family needed any help, cementing its ruin at that point. But it's a principle of a thing. It's still wrong. Anyway, I'll let you get back to reading. There's the other poem, by the way. Pretty flower, yes. Pretty flower, who could plant you, then abandon you in your bed. Each day I stop to admire your aroma with your gardener mind. Each night I pluck my own petals, but I've been of yours to bloom. Okay. It was awful. Saying this aroma is kind of interesting. What would she say about it? What? You really? Is that what you actually meant to say? You're saying you can empathize with that kind of depravity? Yes, I want to do it with you. She's really only saying this because I said I'm a woman, and now she thinks I'm a pretty little flower who won't do such things, of course. Wow. That's seriously? You're going to admit that? Is that it? You think of yourself like a man because you get to go off traveling independently? Wow, that's... Wait. You're not... Is that why you've been talking to me so much? Because you have it hot for me? Is that why? Yes. Well, I'm not some more, okay? I'm not interested in that. When I said I wasn't a real woman, I didn't mean like that. That's not okay. I'm not interested. I would never... that's... just disgusting. I don't... Look. Forget it. I don't want to talk about this. That's awful. But I want to marry you. Let's just move on, okay? Like, forever. Let's move on forever. Let's pretend I never heard you say all that. So gross. But I want to go for the harmony ending. I need to be in love with me for that. But I guess that's not how you do it, maybe? Or maybe she will with your love later. Okay. Really bad poem, I get it. Probably showed you all this. Yeah, it was what we had right before. 3 is that block that we went over. We had a drunken friend. I think this was also everything we talked about. Okay. Block 5. Let's just go over then. Okay. This is when they make the plan for the pale white. What does she have to say about that? I think just they had it coming kind of this point. Okay. Gonna be honest and nice to her. Okay, just go into everything. Nothing here. 7, I'm not sure, we have talked to everything. Oh, this is the one I want to show last. Okay. Hey, oh hey, wait, that reminds me of something else. So there's actually a couple people you already know about, the Kim family did write about. One was at Rohana, the one who got his head seduced by Sojin. The other was Smith Sang Kyu, the brother who hardly deserved to be called a gentleman. So we can find a couple more logs from King Young-suk and his wife about them. Right, well, I'll let you get back to it then. But I figured that's probably something you're pretty interested in. Okay. Nothing to say about that. Okay. Nothing new here. But I unlocked everything in block 9. Block 10 I'm gonna talk about next. I think after that we go to oh wow, can you listen to New Bride? That really brings back memories. Yeah, you had invited. Okay, so do you want to know more about the admissions to New Bride? Or can you have her herself? Yes. Okay, sure. She was kind of more than just my key. It's, okay, already heard most of that, but I think something like this news, maybe I couldn't skip over all of it. So like, yeah, I appear to be just a woman like you. This is new. But that's just my personal appearance. I'm actually, a computer program. So when I say I was, well, still am really, in charge of security for the whole ship, I mean it. I was an actual official. I already, we actually had most of this. I know, it's a little weird, but trust me, with her, it was pretty okay. She managed to be great, but still knowing her place. So yeah, like I said, I liked her a lot. Yes, mostly what he had before, a couple things changed. Confidence. Okay, yes. Well, you're not married, so I guess you wouldn't really know about this, would you? Also, even if you were, it would really depend on what sort of family you managed to marry into, but that's not exactly a guarantee. Anyway, the point is, it's considered very typical for a new gentleman's bride to get a series of verses explaining, she explaining omniscience writing. That's fine. Yes, do you have anything new to say, or is the game just weird about this again? I think she said something new, but okay, got all of that. Just going all over that, then I think there's probably not much new stuff you haven't seen before. Okay, nothing new either. Just going to everything, just because. Then we're gonna save again, because I think there's nothing new. Okay, it's pretty much the same it was before, I think. Is there anything else new that we got now? Access to? Except the notes? Oh, there's something in block 4. Morning dress. Okay, that's... Okay. That's when she's mourning. Did we already hear about this? Well, yeah. She probably did see me cry. Okay, I actually heard of this before. She lost her best friend and she was sad. Actually gonna save here. 67. 2 more percent would be nice. But I unlocked like everything here. We're gonna switch to Uni and maybe she will unlock some other stuff for us. Didn't want to click on this actually. Disable AI. Enable AI, Uni. And just go over here with everything. Maybe we can unlock like all the stuff now. I mean, I saved, so if I get stuck with him. Are you satisfied with that overview? Oh well, that's good. So what do you think of them then? Yeah, really, they're pitiful. My family considered them political enemies, and the men were always so insistent on our family taking their place, to the point where, well, you know, it just seems to me so that the men destroyed themselves and dragged the woman like poor children with them. And I don't stand her mood plays in at all. It's a weird thing to me. So, what an awful marriage to children had. I feel so bad for her. To be thrown away and forgotten like that. You know though, in a sort of perverse way, I feel a little bit relieved to read another story like hers. Just so I know it's not just me. A reminder that it's not just because I was from another time. It would have sucked even if I was born in that period. Does this sound bad to you? Yeah, that's fair enough. Just one more thing to feel guilty about, I guess. Anyway, I suppose that's all. Didn't want to guilt you actually. I think I didn't understand the question right. Thanks for indulging me in going through the story though. I really learned a lot just now. I won't waste the time with any more babbling. Shall we get back to whatever we were talking about before? Okay. Do you have more to say? Anything new? No. I guess we can go over those now. With her. If you have anything new to say. So you've read those then. Not that it was seen appropriate for women to spend time with anyone but other women or anything but why are you showing this to me? To hear what you think. Well, why do you ask? Do you approve of that sort of thing? I see. Well, it's when she said she wanted to be seduced. I can definitely really understand that. Especially if it was you. Especially if it was someone I really liked. More of that flirting. That sounds like a good thing to me. Not that I could really imagine doing this with any of my servants, but Jeez, what are we talking about? Something this embarrassing? Can we please talk about something else? I approve of this pretty flower. I said I didn't want to talk about this more, right? Okay, not your kind of thing, I guess. But she would get together with me even if I'm a woman. Or did I understand that? Misunderstand that? Data block 3. I think this unlocked with you, right? Oh, I didn't show you that. Display through at least. So I guess you can see for yourself. Also did have an ordinary woman's desires at one point. And even then, he was certain It was certainly all about expressing those desires, at least in writing. Wow. Ungraceful is certainly a way to put it. Not that I'm judging. I'm sure she'd ever say anything like that. I'm hardly want to talk either. So, just out of curiosity, what do you make of her as a new bride? She is sweet. Yeah, I think so too. It's really cute. It sadly doesn't really seem to last. It looks like a marriage was, well, yeah. We already know that one. And we already did know basically opinion on all of this. Because we actually did this today. I'm just gonna go to mute, I guess. Disable AI. Quit. Oops. Enable AI. Did I just tape an AI without mute? Okay. Okay. Guess I can save again. Also, how much have I locked now? No. Not more. It's fine. Okay. Also, now's the time it's really going crazy. Oh, I'm sure you've noticed all the static and the wondering what's going on, right? I'm going to say something really bad. I need you to promise me you're not going to panic, okay? If I'm vomiting, make sure I'm not panicking. Okay, great. Just keep it together. We'll be okay if you don't get emotional, but... Well, right now we're in the middle of a nuclear fission reactor meltdown. I'm sure you don't know what it means, and it's okay. You don't have to worry your pretty little head of the details. If I'm embarrassed, it's really sure, yeah, you know what it means, whatever, get on with this. The bottom line here is that if it doesn't get shut down soon, there's going to be a massive, massive explosion. Well then, right, well, ordinarily this would be something you'd want to get a man to do, but it's okay. I'm sure you'll be able to pull through just fine. I have the utmost confidence in you. We've got 20 minutes until the reactor goes all up, killing both of us, permanently. Clock starts now. Okay, I'm going to talk to you shutting it down. This might get a little bit hard, but you're a clever girl. I have faith in you. Not as much faith in me as if I was a man. The first thing we're going to try doing is just simply using this disable action. I don't think this will work, mind you, but you never know. It's just doing such a state of disappear and non-maintenance. It's probably going to be really complicated. Still, try that for me, will you? Drop down to the terminal and try just shutting down the reactor directly. Yeah, no, I'm just going to solve this now. Like power control, list, bulkheads, I'm gonna stay on. Communications also gonna stay on. Uni is gonna go down. Power control, disable core 2. We are still at 24 hours to safer. Control, disable core 4, disable core 5. Done is a lot at this point, and I'm still gonna look what else we can shut down. Not disable list. Docking we don't need. There isn't anyone living there, so I don't need to save anyone or something. Power control, disable gravity. Power control, disable rail. Power control, disable sensors and waste. Disable waste. Power control list actually, just a sec, yeah, 90%, that's perfectly fine. Just go over it quicker. This is such a slow terminal, I hate it. PSS, switch battery first. Okay. Then PSS enable. And reactor disable. That, and then we need to open the bytecode. Nee. Enable live support, then open the bytecodes. Okay. Power control, enable live support. Power control, disable bytecodes. Okay, that was it. Great. Now going to the interesting part. We're gonna talk some empathy to Yone, to Interior. You did it, you saved my life. And we said, now she says the same as if it was a man. Okay, interesting. Okay, anything new here? And you know what that's like, because I'm on. How do you do it? How do you cope with being all on your own? So yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It's just kinda depressing. But hey, I'm still alive. That's pretty good, right? Let me tell you, I take purposelessness and life over the alternative any day. Okay, well, I've just been ranting there about myself. I kinda hate it when other people do that. I knock it off now. So, anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, those things. Okay. Okay, so I can't help but notice that you had plenty of time, but never did go back to uni to get the whole story about the murders. Now I can get to her. Why is that? Is it because you don't believe me, even have to ask her? No. Well, that's good. Do you think it's just not important enough to ask about them? No. Okay, I was hoping you say it honestly. No, that's not either. Then I'm completely confused, but okay. If you do want to hear it from me, so I can indicate that just by showing me the question that I gave you. Otherwise, just feel free to go out business, whatever you will, I guess. Okay, well, I guess there's not really much chance for asking her yourself now. I guess it'll have to be from me. So, I leave it up to you. Are you sure you want to go through with this? I'm sure. Okay then, I think you've made the right choice. But, well, no turning back now. You don't want to read all her diaries. It's just really grating, whining. Even I couldn't by thanks read much out of it. But here, there's one in particular I think you should see. And I swear, this is her own words. Take a look at that one and come back to me when you're done. At this point I should have read everything at least once. Okay. This is the one. Okay. Okay. I do feel pity for her. Are you serious? What is wrong with you, you stupid woman? You feel pity for her over her victims? You don't feel bad for her husband? You don't feel bad for her father? You don't feel bad for her brother? You don't feel bad for Sojin? You don't feel bad for Smith family's little daughter? You don't feel bad for thousands of helpless peasants? Seriously? You feel bad for her when they're the real victims here? Yes? You dumb bitch! Can't you try to at least be a little bit rational here? Look, if you still can't be convinced, at least you should see these log files of mine. They're kinda dry, but I think you should read them. Trust me here. Come talk to me when you're done with those. After all, well, we've got some things to discuss. Gonna go over okay. Now it seems all for yourselves. Yeah, I've basically already read everything. I do. He calls me dumb bitch again. But there's a specific kind of dialogue that we can get to. Okay, everything here. Like if we just have enough pity for Yune, then we will get a special kind of dialogue I want to get to. But also I need to pee right now, so be right back. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Yeah. That's the whole story. She killed everyone, made a copy of my code, shoved her own memories into it, then tried to leave me disabled forever. If you hadn't come along, well, I might as well died with them. No. Alright, good. I'm glad you understand. That's all really. I just wanted to know what she did to me. Okay. That actually was the wrong answer. Yes, why do you hate her then? Okay. There you go then. As far as I'm concerned, they might not be the same person, but she's still just as bad. I hated Alphabet exactly as much as I hate the real thing, I assure you. It just makes me feel so violated. Fuck her. I mean, I can understand that point. Like, that's a weird thing to think about. Like, she's an AI, and I didn't unmute myself. Okay. Well, I guess nothing to be done about this now. What I was going to say right now was that she felt, you might have read this, she felt violated. It's a weird thing to think about because what Mute did to her was to copy her code, disable her, and then use her code to make an AI copy of her. And the last part, how would you even feel about that? Like, that's something you can only worry about if you are a piece of code. It's weird. I don't know. Well, look, do you see now? She died in the end too. And that's fine. If she wanted to kill herself, well, okay, we're getting to the good part. It would be screwing up her duty to survive, but whatever. Why did she have to take everyone else with her? She killed everyone. She doomed everyone to an awful, suffocating death. For what? You know what pissed me off most of all though? She never even said a word to me. Not a damn word. This is like the line I wanted to get to. She didn't say a word because she couldn't. Fine. Maybe she thought her love sucked. Maybe it's like those diaries of her say. She was horribly dying and nobody would listen to her. And you know why? Because she never even said anything. Yeah. Not why you knew her, and you will find out why soon. Mute. Also, she's... When did I get this? Like, she's named Mute. But she's not the mute one, by any chance. Like, is this the first time I think about this? Huh. She was my master's wife. I'm pretty sure I said this before. Whatever. She was my master's wife. It's not like I wouldn't. All she had to do was say something to me, and I would have tried to help. And I'm absolutely sure she knew that. So there's only one conclusion. She was just playing crazy, and deep down, she knew it. She never talked to me because that would just break her whole stupid fantasy. She was crazy, and because of that, she just went and killed everyone. Everyone. I want you to look me in these eyes and tell me that you want to sympathize with that crazy bitch, that monster, that any one of the thousands of victims who died just like her. Can you really do that? Yes. Seriously? What is it? What could it possibly be? Do you just think you know something that I don't? Yes. Really? What could it possibly be? I'm going to show you. What could possibly make anything she did even slightly acceptable? Well, if you really think there's something you will show me, convince me, go ahead. But there isn't. Of course there isn't. She's just a crazy murderess. It's that simple. It isn't. And that was the dialogue I wanted to get to before I showed her this. It was block. Okay, do you want to say it? Alright, so I still want to show you something, but I can do it later. Is that it then? If there's something else you'd like to show me, now's the chance. Otherwise, there's something else. Okay then, sure, no rush. Just go ahead and show me, and you can let me know when you are done. She really dislikes me now. because I stand up for Yone at this point still. Was it here actually? It was like an almost empty block. Yeah, forever silenced. This is one you didn't get. What? They called her song out. You never got this, right? You're not the smartest light bulb, somehow. What the fuck does this read? No way, I don't. Is this for real? This is really something that actually happened to her? Yes. This is so hard to believe. Wow. So, she wasn't quiet because she was just being a good woman. Then, I guess she wouldn't be able to ask anyone for help. I thought, well, it still doesn't justify mass murder. But still, wow. That is all kinds of messed up. That's just horrible. I take it back then. I take it all back. She might be a murderess, but okay. Du liebst Panzer? Was? Did you see the clip or what? I didn't play this game for Panzer Girls for a long time. I might still go back to it because I haven't romanced every Panzer in there. You've convinced me to feel pity for her, at least. Yeah, a little bit of pity, at least. Okay then. Well, I guess I should probably talk to her now. Maybe I misjudged her. I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Okay, well, I'll be back in a short bit then. Okay, she can actually do this stuff. She just didn't want to. She can just talk to her. Okay, right. It looks like she's in an I-core that's currently disabled. I can't access her right now. That's fine, so it hasn't been very long. She shouldn't have degraded yet. What I'm going to ask you is to use the copy command. Transfer the contents of the core she's in to mind. I sort out the rest, okay? Ah, that's when I use copy. That's like the only way I'm using it. Did anything else to say? Didn't want to do this. I want to click here. Yeah, it's just going to ask me, tell me again what I need to do. Actually, not quit. Help with copy. Source core, target core. Copy. Actually, core control list. From disabled to the enabled core. Core 1 is of course, the one that I need to copy to. And which way was it again? Okay, copy source core, which is core 2, to core 1. Okay, and then quit. I should be able to talk to both them. Alright, you did it. I'm going to go get her, okay? Now they're both together. Hello there. You told me that you were the one who convinced her to just listen to me. Granted, I don't understand what you did to show her that was possible. Did you see the system somehow? I totally did. Well, no matter how, thank you. Right, okay. So, go ahead and ask her, Yone. What? No, you should say it. It's embarrassing. What did we talk about with arguing? Sorry. Very well. This is hard to say. Well, we'd really like, it'd be for the best if Please, let us be your wives. What? That's not how she was supposed to say it, apparently. That was not what we agreed on asking. But you said it'd be improper if I wasn't... wow. Yeah, but you don't have to say it like that. She's a woman that doesn't know. Right, I'm going with the woman story here. It's Day of the Woman today, so all women, all the time. Ah, jeez, sorry. I didn't mean to make it sound like... Okay, look, here's the thing. It's not ideal for Uni to stay on a ship forever. I don't want to be your wife, okay? You do, you totally do. You do. Man, Uni, you're making me sound ridiculous here. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Fine, whatever. Okay, right. What I was saying before, it'd be really good if you took her with you. And, well, I could come along to make sure she's safe. I don't take any of it the wrong way. It's just out of sense, our duty and absolutely nothing more. Sure, let me drink to that. To a sense of duty. Look, just ignore what you said. I don't want to be part of some harem, okay? I just think it's the best way to fulfill my duties here. Salvage the situation. Really? I don't really see why, well, you know, it wouldn't be so bad to share if it was someone like that person. Ah, shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't let her scare you off just because she's in love, okay? It will just be strictly charitable arrangement. Don't make it romantic, Yode. Jeez, I'm not in love. It's just, I really... Shut up! And knock it off the whole tsundere act, okay? You're not fooling anyone. Yeah. Okay, look. You can drop to console, take a ship trackers as download. But please take us with you when you do, okay? It doesn't have to be a permanent arrangement. Just transport the simulation would be fine. Ah, but if you want it to be permanent, sign this as a virtual unit. Stop it. Sign this as a virtual. Saying this to us, I don't know what to feel about that. Okay, well, that's all. I'm going to activate us both now. See you soon. Now we download all of them. Yes. Okay, that was pretty much it. It was the last ending I wanted to get to, and I'm already going to check out who we could wait. This ending screen, this is nice. Both of them like arguing on the screen. I love it. Incoming message. Yeah. And who is online? I know a couple of people who aren't online. Ah, you are online. I could rate you. I could rate somebody new. Actually, what kind of game do we want to see? Okay, this is actually a new model. We have rated them before, but I think for a new model debut, it's proper to wait. Proper reason to wait. Okay, that looks cute. I hope you had fun, and I hope you have some more fun. Next time here. And I hope you behave yourselves when I wait now. Okay. Not totally completed, but most of it basically. So see you around. Bye.